easier way to do the cleaning around the house, particularly in the kitchen and with your jewelry. Shoana Jensen is back to show us how. So I love the idea of dealing with your jewelry. So you've got rings on, you're putting on lotion, you've got soap because you're washing your hands, and it starts to build up.
Oh yeah, and you've got, you know, your gardening. If you're doing everything with your rings on, baby, everything that comes out of a baby, things like, you know, creams and all that stuff, it all gets in there and they look clean, but you don't have that sparkle of like the first day you got it.
That's right.
So this is a jewelry wash that works really, really well. And I have to say though, it's only for real jewelry. So don't put your costume jewelry in here, or you know, any kind of more economically based jewelry.
Look at you, diplomatic.
Trying to be. It's so easy. We're doing a glass cleaner.
Yes.
A real glass cleaner, you know, these blue ones that have like the ammonia in it, because that's what you want to do, and then a little bit of dish soap, and it is that easy. So the portioning is not specific. So you're going to do, you know,
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Like, let's say that's probably about a cup to a cup and a quarter of dish soap, excuse me, of glass cleaner. Then a little bit of dish soap, swish it around. Here's the key, then you pop it into the microwave for about a minute.
This?
So you're doing it in a glass dish and heat it up. You don't have to heat it up. Like, for example, I don't have a microwave and I still do this. It just speeds up the process a little bit. And you just pop those bad boys in there. Whatever you've got, bracelets and rings and earrings and whatever you have. Let them sit for a little bit because it needs to work away at that grime that's really in there deep.
I love it.
Yeah. And
they need a little cleaning.
Sure, why not? We got it going. Then remember though, when it comes out, it's hot. And you're dealing with, like, you know, cleaners that are hot, so be very careful when you're taking it out if you choose to heat it up. But I really can't stress it enough, it doesn't need to be heated. And then, and when they're done, just take them out, and you just want to get rid of those last little bits. And there's no strict time limit. Leave it in for at least 5 minutes. You know, go take a shower if you want and come back and get them, whatever you kind of like. Give it a little scrub because that soap's in there, it foams up. You want to rinse them, wash them thoroughly, and you're good to go. And that bad boy will absolutely, look already.
Oh my gosh.
I wish I almost,
Yes.
I wish I had almost shown you the before, and that was like in there for just a second.
That's really good. Leave mine in for the segment.
Okay, let's. And I'm putting that one back in. If it got that good. And then you can save this and reuse it. So you can put a lid on it once it's cool. Put a lid on it and pop it in your drawer and reuse it again. If you don't want to reuse it, just do a little bit amount. You've got full control to make it as much as you want.
Very good.
Yeah, it's a great one.
That.
Okay, now these ceramic or glass cooktops are really lovely because they're easy to clean. Well, they're not.
No.
Oh, I know, right?
No. One little thing and it's just out there. You see it.
Boil over some water and you're like, forget about it. Okay, I've got a great solution.
All right.
Goo Gone. You know that little, everyone's got Goo Gone around there. I know.
See, I don't have Goo Gone, but explain to everyone what Goo Gone is actually used for, usually.
Used for a lot, it basically removes, the number one thing is to take price tags off glass. Like, that's really what it's for. It can take gum out of rugs, and it can take lipstick off of fabric, and it's got a bunch of great little tasks. But it turns out it's an absolute dream on these cooktops. Now, test it in a little spot beforehand in case you've got some kind of a cooktop surface I'm unaware of. But it works on all the basics. I cooked on salsa and pesto onto this, And look, with just a little bit of Goo Gone, like I just dabbed it on there, and it comes off. So if it was on there, if it's something that was on there for a really long time, you might want to let it sit for a little bit. You might want to put a little more elbow grease into it. You can use a non-abrasive scouring pad because you don't want to scratch it, remember?
Right.
So nothing too abrasive, and you're good to go. The other, also major tip is this has to be cool 100% before you put Goo Gone on it. Okay.
Or you're cooking Goo Gone.
Or you're cooking Goo Gone. And I'm pretty sure that's not one of the things it does.
Not what you want.
No, not what it does. So that tip is amazing. I highly recommend that one for all those toughies.
Very good.
Okay, cast iron cookware. I want to say it's popular, but it's always been. It's been around since forever.
For sure.
But it's popular again. Everyone's knowing the benefits of cooking on them. They're a little bit of a devil when it comes to cooking because you can't use soap on them. You wash them in just water and dry them thoroughly. But what about those crusties that don't come out? Yeah, right? If you can't use it, can't use a scouring pad on them because you can't scratch them.
I think that's crazy.
Well, I found
they say just let the flavor build. It's like I'm not putting that back in my cupboard.
Right?
No.
I wouldn't either. Clearly, I would never do that. Right? So I found this really cool chainmail washcloth on Amazon. And And so it's non-abrasive because it's a smooth pattern.
Yeah.
You're just putting your pen into the hot, warm water. This is a little cool. And then look, you're just scraping around it. So it's using it as that little scouring pad, but you're not ruining your seasoning. You're not ruining your pan.
Yes.
You're not scratching it because this is, believe it or not, really gentle on the pan and it will take it all off. So that is a real find because that's the struggle a lot of people have when it comes to their cast iron.
Absolutely. That's what you need.
It is.
Okay.
Okay, so you know the countertops that have the gap? They get all dusty and stuff. If you have allergies are terrible.
Yeah.
Here's a tip. Lay tea towels down. Can't even see them.
So if your countertop doesn't go all the way to the ceiling and
your
you've got
uppers.
that, and in the 80s we put dried leaves and flowers up there.
Yes, and baskets.
And baskets.
Yes,
that we never ever touched ever.
Right. You're putting tea towels flat across the top, newspaper, something, every couple of months, fold them up, throw them in the laundry, and you won't have that buildup of grime.
Smart. And then pilly sweaters.
Pilly sweaters. We're going to be packing away our sweaters.
Yes.
Right?
At some
Please.
point.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You want to really extend the longevity of your clothing, whether it be sweaters, scarves, a million different things, anything men's scruff hits, all pills. I know my husband does. Sweater shavers are the greatest inventions. This one's from Conair. I love it because it's a rechargeable one, so you don't have to worry about batteries.
Okay.
All you do, if you're not familiar, is you just wave it over top of your knits and it will take it away. So can you see, this is going to be hard for the camera to pick up, but I'm going to try and do it.
I can see a little bit of
Can you see
pilling.
where that was pilling?
And that's all it takes is
Tuffy.
just a brush through,
Just a brush through.
Oh, that does make a difference.
Here, let me show you this, actually. I'll dump it. Look,
You
this
show
is,
them that while I tell them a little bit more
Look,
about.
that's what came off of it.
Yeah, that's a lot of
I
pilling.
know, right?